we're back, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate that. And today, let's have a look at Under the Waves. Now, I've been looking for an underwater game for a long time, and there aren't too many of them. Sure, there are a few, and Subnautica, for instance, is a well-known one. And I do think there's a lot of potential for underwater games. I really did enjoy like Death in the Water. That was a really fun first-person perspective dive game. And yeah, it just speaks to me for some reason. Anyway, let's dive in. This is an action-adventure. And you play Stan, who works for an oil company, and he gets sent to an underwater base to do maintenance jobs, mainly. And obviously he has problems. I mean, he's suffering from weird dreams. And to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense why this guy is sent into solitary confinement for days on end. I mean, he's completely depressed. So I didn't really buy it at the start of the game. At least there's some good voice work, if you can stand the depressing tone of the main character, but eventually it grew on me.
Impressive.
Not just a pretty face.
Think of it like swimming, but faster. And with a higher insurance premium if you smack yourself into something.
Now, where the game really shines is the underwater world. It's very, very mesmerizing. It's a beautiful place, well made. It just looks alive with all the little fishes and whatnot's going on. And the controls for piloting your little submarine and also diving and swimming of the main character feels really good. Feels free form. And yeah, I think I'm not an expert here, but I think it sort of resembles diving. And the story does take you to various spooky locations like wreckages and caves and installations for you to explore. And it does convey that sort of claustrophobic atmosphere. But the things that you do actually, once you're there, are kind of repetitive. I mean, you turn a valve, you pull a lever, and that stuff just gets repetitive. But the story does pick up. It did hit home certain emotional elements, and it left me feeling touched in a way. That sounds really bad, but this game really has a good heart, and it did win me over, and that was great. I went through this sort of emotion starting with the game, you know, kind of annoyed, and then yeah, gradually it sort of grew on me and it won me over. Now, apart from following the story, there isn't much else going on. Sure, there are some boxes you can find with blueprints sprinkled around the underwater world, and these blueprints can be used to craft certain items like these oxygen sticks, for instance, or fuel or repair kits for your little submarine. But you don't really need these things because there are enough of these things lying around. So the whole crafting thing is kind of tacked on, and it really doesn't really add anything to the gameplay. And it's even sort of immersion breaking to have collectibles in this underwater world, and the game really wants to take itself seriously, and I can't really take it seriously when there are all these strange things lying around. Not every game needs crafting, so yeah, it doesn't feel that it should have been part of this game. But yeah, I'm kind of conflicted about this game. Well, on one side, the story is something you want to see through. You want to get that closure of what is going on with this character. And on the other hand, the gameplay isn't very interesting or challenging. But overall, I think it is a positive experience if you balance things out. And I do recommend you checking this out if you are into certain, you know, walking sim games. If you're into a good story that tries to hit home certain emotions, and yeah, I think then it is worth it and to seek it out and play it. But again, as a game, for the gameplay elements, not really. That's what I think of Under the Waves. Let me know what you think, and see you in the next video.
I don't understand. There's nothing down there except the admin office and a storage bunker, and